This is the Negro Ninja. And before we start, I would like for y'all to take a look at the t-shirts in the description. Make sure y'all get some of those heterosexual t-shirts. Support the channel. And this is the Negro Ninja. And I was minding my own Negro business on Instagram. And I seen a clip of a bitch that talked about having 100 partners in 24 hours. And then she's doing another challenge to where she's gonna do 1,000 in 24 hours. And you know niggas had something to say. And you know hoes had something to say about niggas having something to say. Okay? They said that we are jealous of bitches because we can't have 1,000 partners in a day. And the reality is, most dudes do not want 1,000 partners in a day, just the pussy hounds, sexual deviants. Okay, but the reality is, men want things when we want it. Okay, and we actually want what we want. Okay, now if you was actually getting what you set out to achieve, okay, fornication would not be a thing. This is basically what it is. You running from this to this to this, okay, because you haven't settled down. Okay, it's on that type of stuff. Okay, meaning you're not satisfied, and that's just a straight up fact. Okay, a dude would not want that many partners unless they're wives or something. It'd be like, oh, let me just add a wife, a wife, a wife. That's like it's a purpose to it. Okay, and they can try to talk about King Solomon all day long, but he had a purpose to what he was doing, even though he married some chicks that he ain't supposed to be marrying, but he went out there fornicating. He was getting what the F he wanted. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, now 1,000 partners to a bitch is not even a lot. Okay, you got to understand, you got to think about a hoe when titties arrived. Okay, when the bitch came into being, she could make any porn fantasy that you have in your head a reality while you sitting up there beating your meat. Okay, she can F her teacher anytime she want to, whether it is male or bitch. Whether it is student or parents. The other student parents. Hoes have that type of control, even before puberty. Okay, and they got that type of power. Okay, so the act of a whore wanting 1,000 partners in itself is defiance. Okay, once again, a dude would possibly have multiple sex partners only because he couldn't get the girl he wanted. Okay, I really wanted her, but I had to go with this one. That didn't work out. Let me go with this one. Okay, or you chase this freak, that freak, whoever's trying to give you a piece. Okay, loss, but for different reasons than a whole. Okay, now let's go back to the whole. Okay, and think about how the whole act on a 24/7 basis when you're just trying to look at a bitch or even talk to them. They act like they can't be bothered. I don't want to even talk to someone I'm not interested in. But I can have sex with 100 niggers at anytime I feel like it. But no, things have to be meaningful. Okay, some hoes even act like they even have a spot reserved for the dude they like when they ain't really like that. They just full of crap. Okay, once again, it is rebellion. Okay, there is no biological reason for a whore to want 1,000 different niggas. Okay, bitches are not even programmed like that. Let me see if I can find that clip so y'all can hear this stupidness so I can even try to analyze it. Hold up. All right, I found a 5-minute video. Let's listen to some of it. Well, maybe the whole thing.
So to kind of set the scene, I'd finished a 14-hour slog of a very hard and stressful day. It was then extremely overwhelming because as soon as I finished, I don't really think I even got time to shower or eat or anything. There was a camera crew there filming me and kind of, prodding me with questions about the day and everything like that, and it was very overwhelming.
Okay, bitch, how are you tired when all it takes is laying down and let niggas take turns? Okay, you see how easy that is. Okay, so if you, as a dude, try to go out there and smash 1,000 chicks, theoretically, you can just say, let me just lay my dick in her for 1 second and move to the next. Either way it goes, that's more work. Okay, versus a chick just standing there. Okay, and they making it seem like an accomplishment. So on many levels, okay, it's the same concept of just laziness. Even though that took a lot of effort to be a hoe. Okay, you wouldn't praise nobody for doing lazy stuff, but hoes essentially get praised for being lazy 24/7. Okay, I don't believe I should do anything. I should be a stay-at-home wife. You pay all the bills. Stuff like that. Oh, I'll just keep going out on dates until I find the right one. Same stuff like that.
Um, and obviously, like I talked about in the doc, it was also coming from a place of like I felt like I did a disservice to some of the guys, in the fact that we promised a service of 5 minutes, and some of them I had to cut short because we just weren't going to get them all in. To be honest, so yeah.
You don't feel that way about niggas that you leave on red. Okay. You don't feel that way about niggas that you use as a sacrifice to build your ego as a bitch. Okay, but I'm sorry that I couldn't give you 5 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry that I didn't give you enough minutes to embarrass yourself in front of the world by taking more than sloppy seconds. It ain't even the sloppy. I don't even know what you call that if it's 1,000 niggas. Okay.
That was kind of where it came from, and obviously it was just very intense. Like, it was a very stressful day, and then there's a camera crew all of a sudden appear and asking me questions for an hour about how everything went, and just kept kind of prodding me. So
Hold up.
the whole reason why we actually did the 100 was like a dry run for the 1,000. That was kind of the idea, because I basically I have a love for like gangbangs, group scenes, things like that, and after about 6-7 months of shooting porn, I was a bit like, it's all samey.
And once again, she ain't doing nothing impressive. Neighborhood freaks have higher numbers than that. Okay. Especially the hood ones.
It's not very unique or anything like that, and I wanted to do something exciting for me, because this is what I love at the end of the day. I was just like, I want to challenge myself a little bit, and I came up with the idea of maybe breaking the world record. I thought, it hasn't been broken in 20 years. That would be kind of iconic.
Like I said, bitches sit around looking for ways to lose. They got everything they want. At any moment, she can just get a dude. And she never have to do what I just said at the beginning, like how dudes, probably have a body count in general because they couldn't get the girl they wanted and they just keep, doing that. Or just trying. Okay, they can't find nothing to satisfy them, nothing, no commitment and etc. Hoes have this and decide to do that. Okay, hoes are a bitch in general. I'm just tired of guys being nice. The bad guy, that type of stuff. They're looking for a challenge in that sense. They see us as easy. That's why we're mistreated, and that's why they purposely make the wrong decision, because they got the same mentality she got for doing the 1,000 challenge. Okay, so no bitch watching can judge her in any. I'm not defending her or nothing. A hoe is a hoe. Okay, I'm just saying that bitches need to reflect. Okay, you're not as good as you think you are, is what I'm trying to get across. Okay, you hoes can be better. Continuing.
And so my team was like, whoa, slow down,
Okay, that's why a lot of dudes is glorifying hookers over regular bitches because of that freaking point. But continuing.
You gotta walk before you can run, kind of thing. And so that's when they decided, why not we do the 100? Like, so see how you go on the 100, see how you feel, and then we'll talk about 1,000 kind of thing.
And you see the stupid counsel that she has, the opposite of a wise counsel. You hearing the demons that go through bitches' head 24/7. Why is this bitch acting so retarded? Maybe we should do this. That's what this is. Okay. That's why we should take the time to appreciate when people are forward. Okay. I'm not fishing to pick at her, even though I think she's a hoe. Okay, I'm judging, but I ain't really picking at her. I appreciate it.
And so I did that 2 months back, and then kind of more or less straight after I kind of started promoting, then I was going to do the 1,000, because it did go really well. And what was great was, we can learn from the mistakes I made that day.
Bitch, how is that learning? Let's learn from the mistakes I made that day and make 1,000 more. Which is how bitches act in person for real. Am I BSing? Put it in the comments if I'm lying. Okay, they just get dumber by the year. Okay, they get dumber by the freaking year. And I wanted to make a video talking about this particular thing, and I still might, but let's just touch on it. You know that stupid challenge where they say, how to attract a man? And then whatever they say do, the bitch does the opposite in the video. Like if it say, wear your hair down, she wear it up or put something to cover it up or in a stupid way. But we're going to talk about that in another video if I get around to it. But that's how they think. I mean, that's how backwards these Aleister Crowley quote bitches are.
And change that for the 1,000, to make it so much more streamlined. And yeah.
And then she's talking about some streamline. Bitch, you could have been streamlining the niggas that was trying to get with you before you became a super hoe. Okay, you see how that is, like a super villain origin story. Okay. Usually super villain origin stories are tragic, but that's a hoe becomes a super villain for having too much peace. That don't even make any sense. Okay, everything is going my way. I'm gonna become, what's the name of that story? The Pro. Y'all heard of that comic book, The Pro? Is a prostitute superhero. Look that up. Okay, but the truth is, they really do become stuff like more diabolical, like Doctor Doom and Thanos, really. When they're bored, they just become Thanos anyway. I talked about that before.
So that's kind of why what's going on here. On the day, obviously, we said to the guys they're getting 5 minutes each, and that meant one-to-one time. It was quite intimate, really. Me and them just in a bedroom, and when they came in, they had shoes, socks, trousers, belts to take off. We got on the bed. Also, I didn't want them to be nervous, so I wanted to,
Okay, she don't even be that intimate towards niggas that actually like her. It was quite intimate. Okay, and that was only because they are helping her get towards what she wants. Okay, just like a regular hoe. You give her what she wants. Okay, then the connection is there. It's not a real connection, but it's just something. Okay, more than what you get. We only get to know you. What do you like? What's your favorite color? What is this? Okay, as long as you helping her, they in line with just as stupid as she is. Okay, that's why it was intimate.
just chat to them a little bit before, how are you, where are you from, how's your day going, lay on the bed. And
Okay, once again, look at how many empty DMs is there and how many unanswered text messages that niggas got from her when they met her and said, let me get your phone number.
so that kind of
Can drop a conversation.
took up quite a lot of time. You wouldn't think it would all really add up when you're doing this with 100 people. And so then when they got to doing their 5 minutes, and they got they got their 5 minutes and then they got dressed after, and that took so much time. And that's something we've definitely changed. Everyone's got to be underdressed from bottom half down, ready to go.
Okay, remember what I was saying a long time ago about hoes do not mind wasting your time. They can sit around and have a 2-hour conversation with you. And she won't even exchange phone numbers or social media. Okay, a hoe is like one of them strainers. Okay, that's like trying to put some water in a strainer. It don't matter how much you put in that strainer, it is never enough. It's nothing. It goes right through it. Okay, it's too many holes in it. Okay, a hole got too many body count, too much body count. Okay, now once again, we go through that with bitches that's not even, on this level right here, but it's the same thing because there are so many ways to defile a hole. Okay, a conversation of sex to these hoes, attention, all that type of stuff. Okay, that's why they all are whores. Okay. Okay, that's why they're all bitches. They got no soul. Okay, and I decided to look up the soul definition of a shoe or something. And it says the bottom of a shoe or other item of footwear. Okay, that already says enough. Usually made of a thicker leather or rubber material. It is something that is the sole item or person. It means it's the only one. And just the irony, I ain't even gonna say too much after that. But let's continue.
Um, I think this time we're also going to have like fluffers, like girls who are there just predominantly for oral to get the guys ready and hard for me. So that will save so much time as well. Um, what else? I'm trying to think now. I think as well, it's not going to be. I found it really hard the conversing. I want to. These guys have supported me for a while. They've talked to me on the internet, they've seen me, and I want to give number one and number 100 the same energy. And so it's hard to stay really high energy for.
Okay, but they like just talking to regular niggas as a chore. I would like to give them all the same energy. Okay. Then when you complaining about how they do you, people want to be like, well, you got to know how to talk to hoes. That's why she's being dry towards you and this, that, and this. Proving that is all a decision. Okay, you cannot make a bitch do what a bitch does not want to do. That's what it boils down to. Okay, she want to be a bitch towards you. She want to be nice to that dude. Okay, just that simple. For whatever reason. Okay, she don't even have to give us the reason, but we already know.
Throughout 14 hours of a really long, stressful day. Um, we also had slight issues with, are we even going to make it to 100? Because people were, maybe getting cold feet and dropping out, which is fine. But obviously, next time we're going to book in a lot more guys to make sure that if we have them drop outs, it doesn't really matter.
This bitch is crazy. Okay. But it's like I said, okay, you see how she acting like she like dick. Hoes act like they can't stand dick, like they scared of penis. Okay. 4 inches is big enough, it's too big. Yeah. Okay. A hoe even told me that she was scared when niggas look at her. Okay. But when a whore has a purpose, it's a different story. That's her purpose right there. The purpose is destruction. Okay, or the purpose is how much money can I make? Okay, that's why hookers are typically more honest. Ooh, I can't wait to talk to you. Why? Because you're gonna give me some money once we do the deed. Okay, that's how simple a bitch is. Okay, that's really the only way that they can deal with dudes. Now, you can say that I'm just saying this, but once again, it's not everything transactional with a bitch taking me out to eat. Hey, you want to get to know her? Go and buy that bitch a soda or something. That's how they used to tell them in the country back in the day. Here's a nickel, get her a soda. I always open it up with here. Okay, that's how they can swallow a nigga. Okay, the nigga is like like drinking castor oil to these hoes. Okay, they need sugar to swallow the castor oil. That's why you got to sweeten them up with BS 24/7. Okay, anything you say that is not retarded is like raw castor oil to them. They just can't stomach it. Okay. Now let's listen to this. Well, not listen to it, but let's think about this again. There's a lot of conversation. Okay, but it was nothing. It wasn't guys telling her, you probably shouldn't be doing this. You could catch an STD. Maybe your coochie could wear out. Nobody's telling her none of this. Okay, all BS. Okay, just to prime her pump. Okay, all right, now I'm ready. Okay, and that's essentially what every interaction with a bitch has to be. Okay, figure out what make this bitch tick. Okay, ego. Okay, let's stroke your ego. Get the bitch ready. Get the bitch ready. It's just that simple. She talk about Donald Trump. You talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the best person in the world. She talk about Kamala Harris. Oh, Kamala Harris should have won. That is how you get bitches. That's what it's all about. Fueling the stupid machine. You are the nigga shoveling coal at the bottom of the Titanic. Okay, and what is reported to have happened to the Titanic. It was doomed. It ran into a little iceberg. Okay, ironic. Okay, holes are driven by ego, a huge ego, and supposedly something small made it sink. Okay, it takes smallness to build it up too, which is also ironic. Small dudes, they love the small ones. Okay, whether it is metaphorically or, like that for real. All right, since this is 20 minutes, I'm gonna just let this go. Okay, and make sure y'all check out the t-shirts in the description, man. Support the channel. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.